Our next guest is a TikTok sensation, Mae Stephens, who caught the attention of millions with her incredibly catchy hit, If We Ever Broke Up, at the start of this year.
Now, before we chat to her, let's take a look at how she made it into the charts. Mae, it's lovely to see you. That's your video with Meghan Trainor as well.
Yep.
So you're on This Morning talking about your single with Meghan Trainor. In January this year, were you still working at Asda?
Yeah, I did my week's notice while I was still signed. Well, I just signed.
Wow. You signed the record deal and Asda said you still got to do that week's notice. And you did it. Good for you. Why not? Quite right, too.
Exactly. I like the job, I like the people, and I didn't want to leave on bad terms, so I agreed to do the notice, and it gave me a chance to say goodbye to everyone. I made some really good mates there, so it was nice to say goodbye.
Mae, have you popped back in there since?
I have. I'm actually I'm going in there later this evening to go pick up some party bits. But I go in there occasionally, and everyone says hi, occasionally takes photos, you know, gives me a hug, asks me how I'm doing. It's a really sweet little community.
I mean, is it quite surreal? Because you are an overnight sensation. You went to sleep and you woke up with how many views on your TikTok with your song?
7 million.
So, hold on. Yeah. You've gone to sleep and you've woke up and you've had 7 million views.
I was sat next to my boyfriend and we both kind of sat there. My phone, I'd just woken up, my phone was going off again and again and again. And I logged into my TikTok, so I was like, oh, it can't be TikTok. Like, maybe it's just something's happened or a news article. And, yeah, I read the numbers and just, I started crying.
Oh.
And then he was like, no, this isn't happening. Like, we're still dreaming. I'm in a coma somewhere. And, yeah, it just happened that quickly, everything.
So this whole TikTok thing, sound like your granddad now. So with this TikTok thing, you make music and you put it on the TikTok.
Yes.
And then you wake up and the TikTok's gone mad. It's ticked and quite talked.
Yeah.
When you started your own TikTok channel, did you just do it to give your music to the people you know?
Well, I was a viewer for a while, like when
a TikTok viewer?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
I started circulating TikToks. Obviously, it came to fame really strong in 2020 and everyone was on it. So I started kind of watching, and then my dad was like, OK, we've got to do TikTok. Like, I put it off for a while. I'm quite a private person. I like to keep things to myself. And so my dad was like, let's do it. We started making short form content. We did some covers. I was playing my keyboard and we just had a phone set up. And this is kind of where my dad started to really delve into analytics, social media, hashtags. Like, he studied the algorithm, tried to figure it out. And every day he'd come upstairs with, like, his notebook, and this was filled with, like, trending hashtags, sounds, analytics that he'd taken from my posts, viewing, like, when you should post at what time from, like, different geographical locations. Like, he was absolutely on it. And so we created loads of different types of content, a lot of trial and error, until we kind of found one that seemed to be ramping up, maybe like 10,000 views. And that was the most I'd really gotten, unless it was something that wasn't music and comedy based. Yeah. And yeah, we started doing it as a way to see if we could grasp a couple more followers, maybe gain some more gigs around the area, see if we could pick up a couple of scouts. And it just turned into a full-time job.
For him as well?
Him. Yeah, I mean, he studied everything to do with music. He went from knowing absolutely nothing, knowing that his daughter wanted to be a musician, and just went head on, did all of this work between his breaks at work. Like, he spent weekends, like, researching.
Wow.
He's an amazing human being.
What a hero.
Yeah. Total hero, that's the right word for it.
Yeah,
both my parents are.
Was it what brought Meghan Trainor to the party? Because you've been writing songs since you were 12.
Yeah.
Which is, 7 years? I think you're 19 now, aren't you?
I'm 20, yeah.
20,
so about
okay.
8 years, yeah.
So 8 years of writing, and then you end up with Meghan Trainor. How did that happen?
It was very, very sudden. Like, I'd written the song in LA. We'd loved the demo. It was amazing. And I just went, right, OK, let's test it on TikTok. Kind of the same format and the same way I did with If We Ever Broke Up. The same, like, similar hashtags and following exactly what my dad had created before. And then I posted it a couple of times, and then she commented, and I had a breakdown. And she contacted me, and it was like, I'd love to work on this song. Like, I've seen you here, there, and everywhere. And we ended up sitting on FaceTime and talking, and I just instantly connected with her. Like, she's like a music mother. Like, she's so kind, so grounded.
Well, there you are.
She's awesome. Oh, I know.
That's so cool.
Oh, her kids. They're so cute. It gives me baby fever. But she is just the most down-to-earth, humble, sweet human being.
And at any at this point, did you, because I know you've been writing songs for a very, very long time, did you ever think, oh, you know, I've got to give up, this is not for me?
The video I posted that went viral was the last video I was going to do. We've been trying for so many years. Like I said, we tried so much content. And I just thought, right, OK, I'll post this last video. And then if it doesn't work out, I know I need to find a steady job or keep my job at Asda. I need to get my own place and start feeling like I'm growing up. And so I posted it, had my New Year's Eve. And yeah, it was like a sign to keep trying. And I know that sounds really cliche and quite cringy, but it couldn't be any truer.
What inspiration you are to teach everybody out there. Do not give up on your dream.
Don't.
And you wrote that song because of the experiences you'd had at school, didn't you?
Yes, I had a very rough time at school. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Like, I got bullied for everything about me. You know, I got kicked down flights of stairs. I had my shoes filled with water, stuff stolen, my hair cut.
What?
All for being the weird kid. And so it gave me a bit of a boost to keep trying because everyone told me I was chasing the impossible dream, that being a musician was near impossible to do, and it gave me a drive to keep going. And to be honest, my parents, especially my mum as well, got me through a lot of that. And I started writing to gain some kind of consciousness and be able to relax after the end of the day. I'd sat on my piano for 4 hours a day, like 5-6 days a week for about 4 years. And I just wrote and wrote and wrote and wrote until I didn't feel anymore after the end of the day.
Well, Mae, I hope they're watching now because not only have you performed at Glastonbury, you're also supporting Pink. So how was that?
I never imagined that so early in my career I'd be doing stuff like that. I kind of assumed it'd be like the odd gig, but that was one of the best days of my life. Like, I idolized Pink, both as a mother and as an artist, and being able to stand and watch her as well after just doing my own performance, like, it really makes you think how much hard work she puts in and how much hard work I'm ready to put in to have a show like that.
Which is fantastic. I mean, and it will be fantastic. We've talked about your dad being the hero that he is. Very quickly, you've actually changed your name to sort of give him a little bit of recognition.
Yes. So obviously after all the years of us working together, Mae's my middle name, and then Stephens, yes, it was a little bit of a tribute to him to say thank you for everything he did, because I wouldn't be here without him. I wouldn't be as far as I've gotten without him. He has kept me afloat for the majority of my life. And it was just a way of saying, I'm here because of you, and I want you to understand that you're always going to be a part of everything. Yeah,
Which is lovely. A real great tribute to him. He didn't come with you today, though.
No, he's at home
I
watching.
was going to say I wanted to meet him and say hello.
Oh, hello.
And anyone who can decipher the analytics of TikTok is a genius, quite frankly. Well, it's so lovely to see you.
Yeah, Mae, you are such an inspiration. I absolutely love your story. Mr. Right is out now with Meghan Trainor. Yeah, congratulations. I wish you all the success in the world, Mae.
so
all right?
much.
Lovely, love to see you.